Myself, Santhosh. I do have around 9 years of experience working in IT industry, and currently I'm working as manager in Microsoft. My core experience is towards data science, data engineering, and data analytics project. Currently, I'm managing around 8 projects, and total I have worked with around 80 projects from different domains such as banking, healthcare, insurance, e-commerce, and retail. And I'm a certified trainer taking training for KSR for the last 5 years.
Right. So welcome you all for this session. Sunday evening. Thank you so much for your time. Now let's get started. So data analytics. Well, this is one thing which we already know. And some of you people who are listening for the first time, it's a 2 word data analytics. Well, analytics is something which you can start getting into your data and getting into your analysis, what exactly you can do with data. But below data analytics, there is one thing which has changed now. It was not just Power BI, it is now Power BI with Fabric. What is this Fabric? Yellow to green. What has changed? Well, in this session, you'll try to understand what is Power BI first and what happened in the recent times and why we are moving into now another platform, which is Fabric. Is it going to be a 2 different tool? Question mark. Is it one and the same? Question mark. What was there in Power BI? Now what has been added? Question mark. For all this question mark, this session will give you the answers. Okay. Now let's begin the session. We'll try to understand the importance of data. That is one thing which is very important in order to get into the subject, that is data analytics. We'll see about one of the beautiful, excellent BI technology, that is Microsoft's Power BI. And we'll also see what happened in the recent times. We'll break into 3 parts: past, present, future. So we'll see about the past, that is Power BI, what happened in the past, and what we are currently doing and what we are going to do in future. That is one thing which we are going to discuss. And as a next part, we'll talk about Fabric. And finally, we'll see the course content. Okay. Now, this is the agenda that we are going to speak today. To take one step forward, let's start one by one. We'll try to understand slide by slide. To move on, something is happening now, the tournament, which is Asia Cup, right? Can anyone tell me what is Asia Cup? Which are the teams participating in Asia Cup?
Probably Asian countries will play this, right?
Asian countries will play. Okay, what are the countries?
Like India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan.
Yeah. So Asia Cup, which happens once in 2 years. But in between, there were like few rules and regulation changes. So during the COVID time also, we did not have. So Asia Cup is a cricket which is mainly focused on Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, right? And we see that every year who has won the tournament, right? Now, if I give you 2 minutes, you'll count and tell me how many times India has won, how many times Sri Lanka has won, and how many times Pakistan has won, right? Now, if I was taking in a different season, I would have taken different examples. So this is a cricket season. So cricket is going on. Even the India-Pakistan match is also going on. So I thought this could be a right example to take. Now, 1984, honestly, I've never even born. That information I'm able to get. 1984, 1986, 1988, 1991, this first 4 years, I was not even born, but I'm getting the data who has won the cup. How did I get this? Now, even 2022 also I got to know who has won the tournament. And 2023, in 1 week, we will get to know who will win the cup, right? The next question I have now is, this is a match winners. Where is this information stored? Right from 1984, what happened? Who has won the tournament? Right from 1984, I'm able to get who has won the tournament, correct? And now even today, 2023, I'm still able to access this data, right? This is a data which I was able to get in from internet. How is it possible? And whatever analytics, if I want to do, I can even go and get that into charts, right? Now, the other chart which I wanted to show you is, let's see in the Asia Cup, almost 84 to 23, right? Almost 15 to 16 times we have played, right? And now we wanted to understand, let's say, who has some memorable records in Asia Cup, right? I don't know how many of you remember this legends. Sanat Jayasuriya, Sangakkara, Sachin Tendulkar. Of course, Rohit Sharma is still there. Rahim is still there. Shoaib Malik. Now, Some of the names, of course, I remember being this 90 kids during that phase. This tournament was very famous. And all the people, if you see, right, Jay Surya, Sangakara, they're all top legends who got retired in the early 20s, 2008, 2009. And even MS Dhoni is in the list. And our aggressive player, the topmost one-day player, Virat Kohli is also on the list. Right from 1980, 1994 or 1984, 2000, all this here information, how many centuries they have hit, how many not outs or how many runs they have scored, everything is still accessible to me. Question to you, how is this possible? Well, I keep saying this in all my sessions. Something somewhere it is stored. That's why you're able to access, right? Just 20 minutes back when I was searching this, I got this information, right? How is it possible? Remember that we have stored somewhere, and that is why it is accessible, right? The first thing is data. It has to be stored somewhere. Only it is stored somewhere, you can go and access it. Where it is stored, how it is stored, we'll see that. Now, the next thing which I want to see is, okay, data is stored. Now let's talk about the next one. Uh, this is, I'll call it as A, I'll call it as B. Okay. Now question to you all. In your home, in your cupboard, is it like A or is it like B? Is it like A or is it like B?
Like B.
B.
B, for me, A. Even if I open my cupboard now and take a photo and send you, it will be A. How many of you are like A? Very much, irresponsible. Fine, right? Anyone you take and you wear and go. But how many are like, oh, I need to keep it very neat, clean?
I
Pressed?
think B is the go. Correct.
B is the ideal one, but are you following it? Are you
Yes,
following
it's
it?
No.
No.
Yes.
I just wanted to tell you one thing. Whenever I go for any functions, right? I feel proud. Okay. When my mom says that, what is he's working in Microsoft, he's like working in, he's also taking sessions, he's helping. So he's also a YouTuber. Many things I expect my mom to tell. But you know what my mom says? Fine, everyone will work, but he is irresponsible. He will never even keep his things clean. Now that's what people notice, right? He's not disciplined. He don't even arrange his clothes properly, right? Now everyone will be following A sometimes, but the most preferred one is B. The reason, everything you can access it easily. Imagine that today is some ethnic day. I need to wear some white dress. And if something it's like A, I cannot go and search, right? If I want to search, it will take 30 minutes. But if anything like I've arranged in the form of B, obviously it is very much accessible, right? Now that's the one thing. You're talking about clothes here, but I'm talking about data. If data is well organized, it is easily accessible to all of them who need it. But if the data is messed up, it's very hard to pick out the right data for your reporting, right? Now, in order to keep it as B, that is the most preferred one, what we need to do, right? So that is what we are going to see step by step. Another example. This is a straightforward Excel sheet which is on your screen, which you can just see. There's something like employee name or a title, department, gender, age. I can't even see what it is, right? It is completely filled with data. If I go and ask any question from this slide or from this Excel sheet, it's very hard to understand, right? If my client is asking, hey, totally how many employees are there, right? What is the average age of each and every employee? Or what department, like we do have a lot of people. Which business unit we have a lot of salary, that is the highest salary, or which country is having more number of employees. My God, I'm very much tired of these questions. But What if all these questions I can just display in one single report? How many employees are there? How many female employees are there, right? And if I want to even get in terms of salary or any other information, this is going to be one report. Now, this is going to be one report which is going to help us in adding all the information. And let me tell you one thing, this report is being built without even writing a single line of code. And how is that possible? Well, we'll see that there is a tool for us which is going to help us, right? The first thing what we saw today is India-Pakistan match is going on, Asia Cup is going on, how I am able to get all the information. The question number one. The second question, I have the data, and how is it possible to go and view as a report, right? Another question I'm going to ask you now. Before that, let me talk about one use case, right? Let's make some interaction. So for the next 5-10 minutes, let's have some interaction. Every companies, there will be only one objective. What is that? Make a business, make revenue, right? Even if you go and talk to Google CEO, even if you talk to Microsoft CEO, or even if you talk to KSR CEO, everyone will have a tagline, make business and satisfy your customers, right? If you talk about Amazon, they want to satisfy their customers. If you ask KSR CEO, obviously KSR CEO will say, yes, we need to satisfy our students, right? So students are nothing but our customers, but we call it as student. Maybe Amazon will call us customers. Now, every business will have one objective, try to get new customers. And just because you get new customers, don't leave out your old customers. You are into this stage just because of your old customers. Remember that. Okay, it's not like that you get a new people and you leave the old people. No, always your loyal customers are very important. Because of them only you are into this position. You should never forget them. You need to give them more discounts or a cashbacks or whatever it is. And we wanted to make business. And the final thing is you need to have a customer satisfaction. Like every business, this is a need. Okay. Now, let's talk about one use case. Let's talk about one use case. Just like your Amazon, Flipkart, there is a company called Best Buy. There is a company called Best Buy. Now, what is this Best Buy is doing? Best Buy is actually a consumer electrical company, and they're actually selling like you are actually trying to sell computers, television, smartphones, video games, right? All this is something which they are selling. Now, imagine the company's revenue is going down. Okay, the company's revenue is going down. We are trying for multiple strategies, like we work with mobile communication, like we send a message, and in the newspapers we had given advertisements, it's not working, and we are posting in the websites, not working. Whenever you open a YouTube channel, our advertisement comes, no, not working. Whatever we do advertisements, this company is still under loss. Okay, the good thing about this client is, and personally I worked with this client, right? Personally, I work with this client, and I was able to give some idea to this client, and it really worked. And the entire team in the company were very happy with this advertisement technique. Let's see what we gave as a solution. Before that, I'll give a chance to you. Please tell your suggestion or ideas what I could have done in order to improve the revenue. Very simple, right? How it can be improved. Now, this is one thing which I want you to think and tell me. Take a minute time and think. Now, don't follow the traditional approach like email advertisement or brochures advertisement. Try to think out of the box, because none of the marketing strategy is working. Best Buy is a company, when you have a lot of competitors, you have Amazon, you have other competitors, no one is buying products from this. I need to come up with a marketing strategy where people will start buying the products from us. Now tell me, what is that solution you can suggest me? Anyone?
Close
YouTube.
most of the brick and mortar stores and make it online.
It's already an online.
YouTubers or Instagram, like influencers.
Okay.
Make it trust.
Make it
Trust.
trust.
Running
How do you make
offers.
that? Running offers. Okay.
Trending advertisement to attract the youths.
Okay. Advertisements.
Ad page in Facebook or Twitter, some adding pages.
Okay.
Social media, I can say.
You
Social
have
media.
better deals than Amazon and other sites during Black Friday and Christmas.
Okay. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of answers, getting discounts, get advertisement, digital
Creating
marketing.
a new tool where we can provide
Where we can provide.
whatever the customer needed things, where we can provide. So
Okay. Now,
what is it?
right. Now, thanks for all these points. This is something which every company will do, right? They will go with the email marketing. They will go with the advertisement, social media, Facebook, or even nowadays WhatsApp advertisement. I simply open an insurance plans and automatically every month I'm getting a notification from the WhatsApp. So a lot of things are happening, but the client said that all this marketing strategies is not working. I want you to think out of the business, out of the box, and I want you to give me an idea. I was thinking,
Previous data.
see, all this previous data, it's fine, but idea is what we require now, right? Now, I was like thinking what it could have been done, right? Whatever you do, people have to be showing priority to that, right? Now, 3 months, right? Whatever idea we go and show in front of the client was saying, no, no, no. We were like frustrated. What is this? I'm saying email marketing, let's send an email, is not allowing. He's saying, no, it will not work. I thought, okay, let's take their phone numbers, send a WhatsApp message. No, it will not work. Okay, why don't you put in Facebook? No, nowadays Facebook is crap. I'm not sure if Facebook CEO is seeing this, but still, most of the information which you are getting in Facebook is scrap. How to do this? After thinking, and this was basically a US based company. So rather than marketing in India, I thought of marketing in US. I never been to US, but I was thinking how US buildings are placed, right? What type of people they are. People are always time-oriented people there, right? 8 o'clock means sharp 8 o'clock, they'll be in office. So I was like analyzing their people there first. That gave me an idea, and that is what I suggested them. What is this? Lift. Anyone in this group have never been into lift? Like always you go by staircase. I never used lift. Anyone in this group who have never used lift?
Floors that we take space, but if it is more than 3 floors or 2 floors, we use to.
Okay.
I think no one.
No one, right? Now, all the 93 people, excluding me, 92 people have used lift. Even I have used. Now, I'll ask question, okay? In that lift, I'll give you some scenarios. You tell me what you will do, okay? You are traveling from the first floor to 11th floor, and it's stopping on every floor. So obviously you'll be jam-packed with people. All people will be in lift now, correct? Now, first thing, lift is the only place where you will not use your smartphone. The answer is straightforward. In lift, you rarely get your network. Even if you're in call, your call will break. Your call will be disturbed. So lift is a place which is enclosed. So you will not get signal. The only one thing, lift is a place where you don't use your smartphone. Now, all the other people in the lift are strangers to you, right? Will you go and then talk to them after, hey, hi, I've seen you somewhere. Do you talk this conversation in lift? Never. As long as you're traveling with your maybe colleagues, friends, you never open your mouth. The other thing is, you'll be very conscious about yourself. In left, you never even focus on others. You'll be very conscious on yourself, right? Because all the people who are there, it's a pin drop silence. You have to be conscious. So you'll try to be yourself. You don't shout. You don't laugh. You don't use smartphone. And the most important thing, you cannot even stare others, right? Because everyone is in a closed, you cannot even go and see others. Now, this is where I used my brain. This is where I used my brain. Yes. Lift is the place where I can get 2 minutes of each and every people who's traveling there, who's going in lift. I can get 2 minutes of their time, right? Other time, if I'm walking in a road, if I'm trying to catch a person, and if I'm trying to explain about the Best Buy, he will just shout at me and he will leave. A person who's going to a movie theater, if I stand in front of the gate and if I do a marketing, he'll throw me out. The person who's going to an hospital, and if I go and ask him, hey, please buy the product, he will again shout at me. Right? All the frustration he will show at me. So I cannot get 2 minutes of every single person if I'm doing offline. But when going in a lift, I thought, yes, this is a time, this is a place where I can get 2 minutes of the time, because even in the 2 minutes, it's very rare that you will be using a smartphone. Because even if you open smartphone, all the people surrounded me will definitely peep in your smartphone, right? So this is a place you don't use your smartphone. No network, and it will be like jam-packed. Now, the other thing you'll be doing is you'll be focusing on the lift, right? Which floor it is moving on. Now, after 3 months of aggressive thinking, what I thought is, why can't I come up with this type of digital advertisements of my Best Buy? The 2 minutes of your free time is a luxury time for me. Just to above your that press button, open, close, fan button, I have placed a digital board, which is an advertisement. And you know what? This 2 minutes of your time is my investment now. That's what I'm saying. You're walking in a movie theater. If I catch hold of you and if I keep explaining about my product, you will shout at me. If you're going inside an hospital and I'm holding you and I'm asking you something, you will scold at me. If I do a telecaller and if I say that, boss, are you interested in a product? You will just disconnect the phone. What I can do? Thinking. I thought this 2 minutes of your time where you will not be thinking about anything else. You'll be thinking about just yourself. That's where I have placed this digital board on all the lift in US. And in US, what happens is every building will be around like 11 or 12 floors. In India, you will even see for 3 or 4 floors. But in US, all the buildings are 10 to 12 floors, where most of them use lift. And I used my brain. I gave a digital board, and this digital board repeatedly they will keep displaying the advertisements about my product. Now the people, 3 people who are standing here, even though they are in the lift, they're not focusing on others, they're not focusing on the smartphone, they're not talking to each other. All 3 people are like pointing on to that digital board, seeing the advertisements. In the 3 people, don't you think one person I have gained 2 minutes of the time? That's called marketing. That's called marketing. You market your product, make sales. 2 important things for every business. One is marketing, one is sales. If any one is not working, your business will crash. You need to know how to market your products. You need to know how to make sales. If you're not with this 2, never ever think of your business. Business needs this marketing, sales. It's called MS, marketing, sales. If you can master this MS, your business will fly high in the sky. For this idea, my client thought, okay, why don't we try? So what we did, we placed the digital board which displays our advertisements in most of the city in US, and to our very surprising, we were able to make a good sales. The sales that were happened in the last quarter and the sales that happened in this quarter after placing these advertisements, will it work? Now, who has to give this idea? I know it's not working. I know we are not making sales. Now, who has to give this idea? Well, that's where you are there. A person who gives suggestions, ideas, improvements to the business is what the clients need now. It's not just like, okay, data analytics is a person who does analytics. No, you have to come up with ideas. This is about the use case. And the reason why I'm talking about this use case is you have to always think out of the box. You always need to think out of the box. Okay. Now, what we have seen is, I'm just summarizing. First, we talked about data, where it is getting stored. Then we talked about a raw data, whereas nothing was visible. So I was able to show as a marketing report. That is one report we were seeing. And now the next thing is you need to provide ideas, suggestion, improvements. So listed down every point. Okay. Now, moving on. We keep hearing data, and I also keep saying this, data is everything. Without data, there is no business at all. Nothing. Without data, there is nothing. Just like that, we cannot live without water. Just like that, we cannot live without air, oxygen. None of the business will survive without data, right? You're not giving everything for free. You have to track it. Data is really important, right? Without data, you can even know anything. I don't know whether you people observed or not. Again, just wanted to keep you, I think most of you may not know this, but still I'm saying this. A couple of days back in Asia Cup, there were 6 teams. From 6 teams, there was 4 teams who got shortlisted for the, who got qualified for the next round, which is Super 4 going on. The last league match between Afghanistan and Sri Lanka, I don't know how many of them have seen. Afghanistan was given a target that they have to achieve it in 37 overs. Though it can still take 50 overs, they were asked to reach the target in 37 overs. You know what was happening in the backend? All the data analysts, they're calculating the run rate. Depending on the run rate, the team goes in. And till the last moment, every minute, though they had a lot of balls to achieve the target, still they were focused on one number. You know what was happening? Do you think they are all players? Do you think they're all mathematicians? Definitely. There is a people behind them. Behind every businessman, there is a data analyst. I'll tell you openly, Mahesh is also having a data analyst behind him who is helping him with the data points, right? Every businessman will have a data analyst. They'll help them with the data, right? Now, the next thing is, do you think always you'll get the clean data? Definitely not. Let me see this example. Very simple example. We have 2 countries, which is US and UK, and we have sales and profit. Rather than seeing this table, I have to show this as a chart. Tell me, what is wrong in this visual? Is everything correct?
No, country name in uppercase.
Duplicate value.
No.
Profit should be protected. Actually,
No, country name in 2 times with lowercase and uppercase.
Repeated.
First of all, first of all, there is only 2 countries. One is USA, one is UK. Only 2. But the problem
Time
we can
period
see
of
is,
the sales and profit.
but once you observe this, you have just USA and UK, but you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars, which is incorrect, right? So what I should have done, there is US is also called as USA, one in small letter, one in capital letter. It's so confusing. One is US and one is UK and one is U.K. What do you mean by that? We have to do some data cleaning. So I will put into a common country name, that is US, and I'll count every sales and put it into a table. And I will also replace U.K as UK. Now I can clearly see as a two examples. One is US, one is UK. Well, this is what I need. Now, who's going to do all this data cleaning? Obviously, I cannot go and ask my client, hey, why have you sent U.K? Why have you sent UK? I cannot go and ask them. It's my responsibility to do the data cleaning, right? Now, here we go. We did analysis, we gave some idea, and we also have some data cleaning problem. Well, all in all, now it's time to open up our topic. We are going to master this Power BI. What is this Power BI? Power BI is a business intelligence tool. You can convert the raw data into charts. Initially, I've shown you that one Excel sheet. Nothing was clear. I was able to convert that into charts. Beautiful. Next, data was not clean. I have to do the data cleaning. Yes, that also I did. And converting all the data into visuals. Yes, that was also possible. And by using your analysis, you should also think and tell me what is working, what is not working, how you can provide ideas, suggestions, improvements. End of the day, your only objective, only goal is write it into the target, how to improve your business. Well, all this you can do within one tool, and that tool is called Power BI Business Intelligence Tool, which is one of the Microsoft's product, right? Now, with this tool, you can clean the data, you can visualize the data, you can analyze the data, you can do everything, right? You can do everything. If you ask me, this is a tool which can do everything for you. But before that, let's talk about each one is responsible for one functionality. If you talk about this four, so at this point of time, you need not remember this four components, but definitely during our regular sessions, we will be walking about each and every component, and we will be using that for our analysis, and we will be building one report. So there is something called Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, and Power View by Sivas. By using this, we will be able to build a report. Power Query, it's for data cleaning. Now we wanted to do a data cleaning. Yes, we have Power Query. Power Pivot, basically you want to do some data modeling, properly arrange proper data in a specific format. Power Pivot. Power View, obviously I want to view that as a charts. That is also possible. And I want to show it to some people, Power BI service. All these components are helpful for my building my report. But by using this, I should be able to build a report. Correct? Now, the other question which you have is, there are n number of BI tools in the market. Why are you choosing only this? If you ask me, I have to buy a smart TV. We have Sony, we have Samsung, we have LG, we have MI. There are different brands of smart TVs. I'll be looking only for Sony. Why? Maybe I've done a research. I've seen pros and cons of each and every company, model, make, price, and I will be deciding one. Like this, we have a n number of tools. For data analytics, the data analytics is a generalized one. You get the data, you visualize, and you show it as a report. But what is this? Why we are choosing only BI, which is Power BI? Well, to answer this question, straightforward answer, you have 5 top reasons why we are choosing Power BI. The first thing is, it is recognized by Gartner. So Gartner is a company which usually compares each and every BI tool, and they come up with a report every year. And from the Gartner, we know that Power BI is always on top. And search volume in Google. So Google is a company which access all our email IDs, with our accounts, whatever you have searched, right? Wherever you go. Today morning, I went to a restaurant. I just went there and I sat, okay? Immediately it is showing, please give a rating to this restaurant. I don't know how Google is tracking. They track all my activities. And with the Google, we also got to know that this is one of the tools that has been searched quite some time. And it has a lot of features. Among all the BI tools, this is the cheapest one. And the most important one is the brand. This is one of the Microsoft product. Microsoft always adds its name, right? Google is a brand. Amazon is a brand. Microsoft is a brand. Even for this presentation, I'm using Microsoft's PowerPoint presentation. Then see how it is used. Forget about Power BI. For this presentation also, I'm using Microsoft PowerPoint. And obviously, you should be knowing how important it is. Correct? And just one example I need to give about the Gartner is, even in 2023, this year, in the January month, we have seen that we have got the report and Microsoft is well behind all the other tools. And it is expected just another 5 months, we will also get 2024 report. And 100% I'll tell you, in 2024, also Microsoft will be leading the market. That's about the Power BI. Now, let's see. Yes, I agree that it is one of the best tool. I agree that Power BI is one of the best tool. But does it mean I can overload it? Does it mean you can burden it? Let me give an example. Let's take Ronaldo. Who is Ronaldo? Anyone? Who is Ronaldo? Who is
Football
Messi?
player.
Football.
Okay, I'll take 3 icons. I'll take Virat Kohli. I'll take Ronaldo, and I'll take Messi. Top 3 icon people. They are always to their potential. Just because they are the best players, can I always depend on them? Can I say, hey, don't worry, Virat Kohli will win for you? If you want to take wicket in one ball, wicket, do you think Virat Kohli, will you ask Virat Kohli to bowl? No, he's a batsman, right? Now, just because 1% is really good for you, you cannot overload him. You cannot take advantage on him, correct? That is what is happening to Power BI. This is all over the market. This is all over the trend. This is a problem. We know that this tool can do everything for us. This tool can do everything for us. When I say everything, you can clean the data. Yes, Power BI. You can visualize the data. Hey, don't worry, Power BI is there. If you want to show this report, don't worry, Power BI is there. Well, if one person can do everything, the best example I can give you is your mother in your house, right? Do you think always she can do everything? She's best in doing, right? Right from what is your required from morning to night, she does everything. But do you burden her? Definitely no, right? So you try to take care of some responsibilities. And that's what I'm going to do now. Even though it's one of the best tool in the market, I don't want to overburden it. But in the current system, what is happening among all the organization, everyone is putting the load on Power BI only. They're not working on any other tool. They're always focusing on only one technology and tool, that is Power BI. Recently, I went for one of the conference to decide about a project. So in my company, I'm the person who goes and talk to the clients in gathering the project. And I took a couple of technical people. Those technical people, they're thinking that I'm only manager, but I don't know technical. That's what they're thinking. So I came with them because they don't belong to my team. So we all 3 went for a conference. My client asked, hey, my data is having very huge data. So I want to do analysis. Before even me opening them out, these people are shouting Power BI. I was quiet because we have been to a conference. We have to be quiet with patience. So I said, okay. And that client again asked me, we have to convert into all the charts. Maybe we have to come up with multiple pages. So these people again started shouting Power BI. Okay. Now I want to use some data because it's a huge data. We have millions of records. So I want to do it in Power BI. And these people again started shouting Power BI. I asked them, how can you store big data in Power BI? They're saying, no, we have direct query. Some technical word they use, and they said Power BI, Power BI, Power BI. For everything, they're shouting Power BI. I asked them, what do you know about Power BI? It's good. It's good. But if you overburden it, it will explode. I gave a live example to them. Take a balloon, an expandable balloon. Power BI is like your balloon. Power BI is like your balloon. You start blowing it. Yes, it can pour maximum oxygen in it. You start blowing, becomes bigger, becomes bigger, becomes bigger. Remember, everyone has an expiry date. This balloon also will explode at one point of time if you overload it. I just gave an example like Power BI is like a balloon. You keep blowing it, you keep blowing it, you keep blowing it. It can hold up to one extent. After that, it will explode. Don't take advantage of this balloon. Your balloon is good only for certain things. If you want to decorate in your house, use your balloon, different colors of balloon, arrange it for all your birthday celebration, wedding day celebration, New Year celebration. You arrange with the balloon. That doesn't mean that you blow up like your room size, right? Just because one tool is really good, don't overburden it. This is about the past, right? What is happening in the market? Power BI is really good. Everyone likes to work with Power BI. Personally, this is my favorite tool as well. Though I work with n number of technologies, Power BI is something which is very close to my heart because it makes my work very easy, and I've made my work so beautifully visualized. That doesn't mean that for always I'll go and use Power BI. That's the challenge now, correct? Now, listen carefully. From here is where you need to focus on it. Can we reduce the burden? That's what we need now, right? We cannot use Power BI for everything. That's the past. Nowadays, all the companies are using only Power BI, but we'll try to reduce the burden. What your Power Query editor was doing it, your Azure Data Factory is also doing it. If you want to clean the data, rather than doing it in Power Query editor, now I'm trying to reduce the burden of Power BI, and I'm going to do the transformations in one of the cloud service, which is called Azure Data Factory. Don't think too much what is this Azure Data Factory and all. Just assume that it's a tool. I'll be giving a very clear explanation in our course, but for this demo, just imagine that it's an alternative. Rather than using Power BI, Power Query Editor tool, I'm jumping onto Azure Data Factory, right? This is how I can reduce the burden. Whatever I was doing in data modeling, in Power BI, we have something called Power Pivot. That was responsible for our data modeling. What is data modeling? Properly arranging certain data into a certain tables. Now, this functionality also I will move on to another one, which is called data flow, which is part of Azure Data Factory. See, very simple, right? In your home, if your mother is doing all the work, cleaning, washing, and cooking, if she does everything, she'll be overburdened. So what I'm going to do as a head of the family, I'm splitting the work. Cleaning has to be taken care by one person, cooking has to be taken care by one person. That's what I'm doing now. Why are you burdening Power BI? You split the work. Whatever your Power Pivot was doing, now you give it for data flow, right? All in all, simple. Now, in order to store the data, we were using on-premises data. What is on-premises data? Something which utilizes a server, something we have to buy the server and we have to take the space. And we were using SQL Server, which was on-prem. So there was a lot of challenges in on-prem. So we started moving our data from an on-prem to Azure SQL database. That is how we moved it. Now, slowly, if you observe carefully, there are three things which I did. Data cleaning, I moved to another tool. Data modeling, I moved to another tool. And your data also, I moved into another tool. This is your present system. People who are already working, maybe you will be using the systems. Rather than depending on only Power BI, you are depending on some third party. Though it's also an Azure, which is a Microsoft product, but still it is out of your system, right? Now, this three, I'm depending on three outside tools now. Though it is Microsoft products, I'm depending on outside tools. Here you come. Power BI is still the best one, but everyone will have some flaws, right? The world is all about positives and negatives. The world is all about pros and cons. No one is perfect here. And I need to tell you that even Power BI is not perfect. It has some existing problem, right? Since the data is keep on increasing, I need to depend on one of the database, which is going to be a greater risk of investment. And just because I'm storing it on-prem, I need to have a server. There can be a data loss as well. And maintenance is also something which we need to, it's an unorganized data. If I want to organize, they will have some limitation. And the two important things which is currently happening with the BI tool is it requires an IT support, because if anything goes wrong in server, I need to contact the server. If anything goes wrong, I need to contact the Azure Data Factories people, data engineers I need to contact. A lot of challenges we have. And nowadays, I have seen all the Power BI reports which was built back in 2017, 2018. So that was a time where Power BI was on really peak. Okay, 2018 to 2020, this period, Power BI was on really peak in terms of reports. Everyone used to work on Power BI, Power BI, Power BI, Power BI. Now those reports are coming back. We thought that project is completed. No, because the performance is hitting. Since the data is, see, you take a balloon, you start filling water. Up to a certain extent, it can hold it water. After that, it will explode. That is what is happening. 2017, 2018, whatever reports we have built, so far till now, it's working. But now any new data it comes, it will just be exactly like a balloon. It will explode one day. Now, Microsoft was very smart. They have taken the right update at the right time. Rather than depending on multiple tools, which is outside Power BI, right? Azure Data Factory, which is outside. Data flows maybe outside. Azure SQL database outside. Rather than depending on the outside people, now they came up with a new update, which is called Fabric. And birthday of Fabric is May 23rd, 2023. Now it's September, right? May means June. Forget it, May end, right? So let's talk it as June. June, July, August. Your Fabric is your 3 months baby now. Your Fabric is your 3 months baby now. And still what it was announced as a public preview. Of course, it's still in most of the cases, it's still public, where I mean, it's in preview. That means it's still, they are working on it. But this is the latest update that has happened with respect to Power BI. Power BI, it was depending on all the other outside tools. Now we are going to depend on one tool, which is going to be Fabric. Now you may have a lot of questions. He started explaining about Power BI, but why suddenly Fabric now? Is it a replacement? Are we going to stop learning? Are we going to stop using? Well, to answer all this question, and this Fabric is called all-in-one. All-in-one. I keep giving this example. If you want to buy a shoes, you'll go to a shoes shop. If you want to buy a coat, you will go for a dress shop. If you want to buy some cosmetics, you will go for a cosmetic shop. My question is very simple. Why you have to go to 3 shops? Go to a mall, you get everything there. You save time, you save traveling, you save petrol cost, and maybe it may be a bit costly in mall, but that's fine. You're getting everything at one place. In case of something happens, you need not run for return. You can come to mall and you can return it. So one place where you can get everything is what I prefer. Personally, when I can prefer, why not the companies also will prefer, right? One place where you can do all of this, your need is what? Your Fabric. You don't depend on any outside tool. You depend on your internal tools. And that's what the update we got, Fabric. Now, in order to give the more context, initially we had Power BI. In the Power BI, maybe we had different tools, but now we have something called Fabric. Now, Fabric is a complete and infrastructural environment where Power BI is part of it. You know, only Power BI till now, but on top of Power BI, we have something called Fabric. In that Fabric, you have something called, apologize for the image which is blur, but Power BI data factory, data warehousing. You can also do some data science. You can do all of these things within Fabric. In order to give more context about this Fabric is a component of 6 tools as of now. Why I'm saying as of now? You may be seeing this video even after 6 months or 8 months. This 7 tools or 6 tools can even become more. On a whole, we have all the data factory, data warehousing, Power BI, data science, data engineering. All this is actually under an umbrella which is called Fabric. Currently, what was happening? You are depending on different tools, right? You have to move out of the Power BI and you have to work on it. But now what Microsoft has come up with, hey, don't worry. I'll give you the complete environment for you. If you want to go and do a data analysis, you can always go and use Power BI. Okay, by chance, if you're facing some issue in data cleaning, don't worry, use data factory. Suppose if you want to organize the data, don't worry, you don't do it in Power BI because Power BI is known only, Power BI is known for visualization. The one which is very good at it, let's do only visualization. For other things, why don't we move to different components? And that's what Fabric is for. Rather than doing everything in Power BI, now slowly we are removing the burden of Power BI by giving the other technology some of the work. In that way, we have Azure Data Factory that is directly linked into your Fabric. Initially, what we need to do, we have to do it in cloud. Now, this itself will act like a cloud for us. Whatever you want to do, you can directly go and do within the tool. That's the data factory for you, data warehousing for you. And the one which is highlighted is what you're going to learn. You may be asking, why are we not learning others? Well, remember one thing, the 3 technologies we have, the 3 roles we have, data engineering, data analyst, data science. 1, 2, 3. The top 3 data-driven technologies is data engineering, data analysis, and data science. Now, Fabric has moved one step forward. They say that, hey, don't worry, we can do everything here. Data engineering also you can do, data analytics also you can do, data science also you can do. But what is our cup of tea here? Why we have joined here is to learn data analytics. In order to learn the data analytics, the 3 tools which we'll be learning will be these 3. If you ask me, are we not going to learn data engineering and data science? Of course, in future, if it is needed, we can learn. But as part of this current scenario, you're all going to be a data analyst with respect to this course. So for data analytics, you have to learn 3 out of 7 or 6 tools that is given by Fabric. Tomorrow, your company is doing some real data analytics. Don't worry. Why are you depending on other tools? You can go and use Fabric only. Tomorrow, your model is, your clients are going to predict some model. Don't worry. Data science also you can do. Data science, data engineering, data analytics, all 3 can be implemented within this Fabric. And that's the Fabric for you. That's the Fabric for you. And this role is specifically focusing on data analytics. So these are the 3 tools which we will be teaching. The other things at a very basic level, we'll give you some idea as well. Tomorrow you want to become a data engineer? Don't worry. You can learn data engineering within Fabric. After that, maybe a couple of years, if you want to learn data science, don't worry. You can still use Fabric. Now, currently, data science, you have a separate set of tools. Data engineering, you have a separate set of tools. And data analytics, you have a separate of tools. But overall, your Fabric is now a beautiful tool for us, which can do everything for us. Right? And that's a Fabric now. Well, moving on, if you want to understand more, we have a roadmap that we are going to learn as part of your data analytics. Initially, I was talking about data. Where is the data stored? Most of the data comes from your SQL database. 60 to 70% of the data, you get it from the database. For that, you have to learn SQL. After learning SQL, we have to convert the raw data into insights. That is charts. For that, we are going to focus on Power BI. But Power BI is more than enough, but we don't want to overburden it. Like everyone will have expiry date. It's like a balloon. You keep on blowing, it will explode. Rather than it, have small balloons. For that, we are going to learn Azure Data Factory for most of the transformation part. And all in all, we are going to use Fabric. It's going to be the future. And take it from me, this is very new update. Just 3 months. Just 3 months, and very proud to say that KSR DataVision is the first ever institute to start this course. We have already started. The first batch is running, and this is going to be the second batch. No other institute, I don't even want to tell in India, no other institute all over the world, you will have this course who is teaching after Microsoft. Microsoft is the people who have introduced us. After that, we are the people who are actively going to teach you this. You may be asking, how do I know? I'm working in Microsoft. I know what is happening. For the last 3 months, we have taken enough time to understand how the projects are getting linked. We could have started in May itself, right? May 23rd, it was introduced. Why we did not start May 25th? Well, we took some time. We did a research. We reached out to companies. We have implemented a couple of projects within Fabric also. And that's why now we are here to update you. You may be thinking, okay, Power BI, we're not getting calls. We're not getting calls. That's because there is a lot of things happening in the background. Now, we all understood that there is an environment for us where you can go and do data engineering, data science, and data analytics. And this is a roadmap. One thing which I want to tell is, wherever data is involved, there is always data analytics will be important. You take any organization, you take any business, you take any clients, data plays a very important role here. And that's what the opportunity for data analytics. And I'll just ask few repetitive questions, and after that you can ask your questions. And you may ask me, there are all the other websites, training materials, online trainings. If you ask me why you want to join KSR DataVision, I can say we are also like a fabric. What is Fabric? All in one. We're also teaching all in one. All the latest updates you can learn in one course, live examples, 100 hours of training. The most important thing to learn about Fabric is organization credential. We provide organization credential to each and every person who joins our course. Just it's been 3 months old, but still we are going to build one real-time projects. It's just 3 months old. After learning this course, you and me will be on the same boat. Whatever knowledge you know, even I will know the same. It's not something which I've learned from 10 years for this Fabric. It's just 3 months old. And more importantly, we are going to give the interview guidance. Will help you. And by the time you complete this course, you keep listening my voice. Obviously, you will learn some confidence and communication skill also you will learn. For sure, you will do it. And this is one uniqueness about KSR DataVision. And the next question, who can go for this course? This course is something which doesn't require any background. Even if you're coming from a non-coding technology, even if you're a non-coder, even if you're coming from non-IT, don't worry, everything we will teach you from scratch. I'm not saying zero coding. Here and there, you have to know some small syntax and all, but don't worry, I'll make your work easier. And very good opportunity for career gaps. So people are coming from career gaps. If you learn any other technology, obviously you will have some expectations. This is something you will not have any expectations. Anyone can master it. Non-technical to technical, this is the right one. And please remember, your visualization is a backbone of analytics. This, no one can ever change the sentence. And that's all this. And even it has a good opportunity for freshers, because you can proudly say that being a fresher, I know the latest updates of Microsoft. Obviously, you will have less calls. I'm not saying all the freshers will be getting calls, but if an experienced person is getting 6 calls a week, you may got 2 calls a week. But obviously in the 2 calls, you can still crack one and get the opportunity. Not only this, wherever freshers are like having some problem because people expect experience, but don't worry, you will always get some chance where you need to crack it. Okay, and these are the people who can all go for this course. And the one thing which I want to tell is, after completing this course, you will learn SQL, you will learn Power BI, and you will also be learning Fabric, in which the choice is yours. You want to extend your career in data engineering, data science, data analytics, choice is yours. In future, if you want to become a data science, well, the gate is already open for you. Well, if you want to become a data engineer, the gate is already open for you. Choose whichever entry you want, and that's a choice for you. And this completes my demo. I'm open to all the questions. Please do ask whatever questions you have.
Yeah, Santhosh, Anil here.
Yes.
Santhosh, in real time, when we build a real time project, we will be using Spark, Databricks, using all these. We will be building real time interactive dashboards.
See, as I told, right?
Okay.
This data engineering is your whatever you're talking about Spark, whatever you're talking about Databricks, it all comes under data engineering. This course is mainly focused on data analytics. For data analytics, we are learning these 3. And this basic idea will be given. What is data science? What are the services you can do there? How to build? But the project which we are going to build will be completely on data analytics.
But we will be pulling the data using ADF.
Yes.
And
ADF, data warehousing, and Power BI is what you will be using. And other tools which you see on the screen, basic idea will be given.
Like Synapse and all.
Yes.
So are we building real-time dashboards, like interactive dashboards?
Yes, we will be building. That's what I'm saying, right? The project which you're going to build, we will be using these 3 tools.
Okay. Okay. And what is the timings? What are the timings?
The classes will commence from this Thursday.
14th.
Yeah, it's going to be 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
6:30 to, you can say it as 8 o'clock. And the classes will be from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday will be off for doubts, questions, assignments. And this will go up to 4.5 months.
Okay. Okay. So Saturday and Sunday will be for doubt sessions.
Yeah, if you have stuck with any doubts, or if you're like you want to talk to if you want to talk to any of the mentors, any assignments, questions and all, you can always reach out to us. Our support will be there for 24/7.
Okay.
But the classes we'll teach technically will be from Monday to Friday.
Okay. And then what about the subscriptions and all? What you said is you will give the credentials to log into the Fabric. So there even ADF is available, or we need to get ADF separate subscription for that?
ADF is separately. I mean, it's a part of this, right? Where if you get the Fabric, it will be included. Everything will be included.
Okay. Okay. So there we can build pipelines and all with that credentials, right?
Yes. Yes, you can build.
Okay. And what on how many the material will be available for lifetime?
It will be available for 1 year.
Okay,
but Fabric license, again, it's restricted for 2 months, 60 days.
Okay, only 2 months you will provide a Fabric license.
See, what I'm saying is the account which we are giving will be for 1 year. Okay.
For
Fabric related one, there is again something called Pro and Premium year. So the premium one will be there for 60 days.
Okay, then what we need to do after, for practice afterwards?
60 days should be more than enough for you to practice. Okay, right away we are not going to start Fabric, right? Fabric will come in the end. Like let's say last 1 month. So you still have that current month and the next month. 2 months you will still have for practice, right?
Okay. Then what is the cost afterwards for us?
Afterwards, see, for now it's free. We are paying the Microsoft and we are getting the account. After that, and I would say still it's not that much of effective because it's just 3 months old, right? So slowly
Okay.
they're like we are having some release licensing. So slowly they're like reducing the cost. So depending on that, I cannot promise you right away, but in future, if anything they're reducing, we will may expand it to another 2 months. But for today, I can promise you that 2 months you will get Fabric free. After that, we need to check the cost for each individual user. If you're interested, you can get only the licensing only for that.
Okay.
Santosh, Spice Park also will
Santhosh.
be there, right? Spice Park also will be.
Yes, Spice Park, we will be covering basic what is required for us.
The in-depth is not required in the project.
In-depth is not required because in-depth will be covered as part of the data engineering.
Santhosh, do we have any separate codes for only fabrics excluding the Power BI? Because I've already done the Power BI codes.
See, you may be completed Power BI, but are you aware of the latest updates?
No, that's what. That is the main thing I have joined this session.
That's why I'm saying only Fabric it's not possible. Fabric is just a one update, but there are a lot of other updates within Power BI, so we have to work with that as well. So you cannot take only Fabric; you have to go through the complete course.
Okay.
Hi Santosh, Sinisha here.
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes,
So I just wanted to know that does this cover the full stack Power BI or like it's like limited to Fabric and Power BI? Like, can I just have some idea? Do I have to move to another course if I have to do full stack Power BI, which includes Databricks, which includes data synapse analytics and all of these? So can I just get some idea on this?
Full stack Power BI is what the same course here. Okay. That's what I'm saying here. Here we are going to teach you this Fabric where you will be learning data engineering, data science, but not up to a data engineer level. Whatever is required in terms of what is Synapse, what is Databricks, what is Spark, PySpark, all small things you will learn. So the priority is given for data analytics where you will be learning extensively on data factory, data warehouse, Power BI. These three things, we will give you a base. In future, if you like wanted to move into a data engineering role, then you have to learn this. If you want more data science role, you have to learn this. As simple as that.
Okay, so the knowledge what we get right now, because I'm already currently working as a Power BI. So is this enough to move to any Azure data analytics role if we complete this course? Just wanted to get.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
And Santosh, you said you will be explaining a little bit of Databricks and all, right? PySpark and all. While we creating the project, when the ADF extracts the data from on-premises or for any enterprise data, will it be moved to the Databricks and then to the Power BI and all in the projects?
See, again, the project, right? It involves, there could be certain projects where you can use all 5 tools. There could be certain projects they use only data factory. There could be some projects we use only real time. So it depends what type of project we are building. But the project which we are going to build, we will be focusing on data factory, data warehousing, Power BI.
Okay.
Other things, I'll be giving a basic idea. What is Databricks? What are the Synapse? What are the other tools? I'll be giving a fair idea. But overall, the project which we are going to build will include what we have covered in the class.
Here, data Gen 2 is also not included here.
Data warehousing, it's nothing but storage, right? It will be part of that.
Okay.
Santosh, can you look at the few? Excuse me, team. Santosh, can you look at the few charts also so that everybody will have the similar questions?
What charts?
Chat window. This is Raj actually. Raj
I'm first answering all the oral questions. After that, I'll go through the chat questions. If you want, you can just post your questions. Definitely, I'll answer all the questions.
Santhosh, one doubt. I hope this is a morning batch, right? So is there any evening batch? Because as a working professional, it's quite difficult in the morning. So any evening batch that might be starting or probably any idea on this?
See, as I've told, right, it's just a tool that was launched 3 months back. So we have taken a lot of time in understanding how we can come up with explanation. For now, we have only morning batch, but for evening batch, you have to wait for at least 1.5 months.
Oh, 1.5 months I need to wait, isn't it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
For now, this is the morning batch, but if you're still facing some issue, I think the same day recordings will be there. You can go with the recordings.
Okay, I'm actually interested in live sessions rather than recording. So that's the thing actually. So that is what I'm just
Yeah, in
waiting
that
for?
case, evening batch will definitely take some time.
Okay, so
Hi,
at
Santhosh.
least like 1.5 months we need to wait, isn't it?
Yes, 1.5 months you need to wait.
Okay, okay, then sure. Thanks.
Hello, sir. This is Mayuri.
Yes.
So, yeah, my question is, are you going to cover SQL as well in this course?
Yes, we will be starting from SQL.
Okay, so it's gonna be from scratch till depth.
Yes.
Okay.
When I say till depth, whatever you want to, I mean, whatever you need to know for data analytics, that will be covered. So this will be the order: SQL, Power BI, ADF, and Fabric,
Okay,
where we will be learning
so
multiple
there is
components.
no need to learn like SQL separately, right?
You need not learn whatever I'm teaching. If you focus on that, that should be more than enough.
Okay. So my second question is like how much it's gonna cost for 4.5 months for this course?
This course will be like 27,000.
Okay.
Okay. And if you're paying at once, maybe I think you may get some discount, but I'm not sure. This is including license. And
Okay.
honestly, I'm telling the Fabric is very expensive when we compare it with Power BI, but we are still promising each an account for every person, one account per person. So it's going to be a bit of expensive. So we have to bear that. So the course is going to be 27K.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That's
Hi,
it.
Santhosh. This is
Yes.
Kala.
Yes.
Yeah. How many hours allotted to these 4 courses?
So this will be like around 20. This will be like 40, 20, and 25.
Okay.
Almost you'll get for 100 hours.
Are you be with us entire duration of this course, or else any other person replace with you?
Any other person replacing me? You want any other trainer?
No, no, no. I want you only.
If I start, I'll be completing it.
Okay, then thank you.
All the components I'll be teaching.
SQL, what are the components you have covered? SQL, what are the topics covered?
We'll be starting right from basics until the advanced part. Whatever is required for doing analysis, everything will be covered. Like SQL, DDL, DML, tables, objects, triggers, PL SQL, views, sequences, and common table expressions, subqueries, joins. All this will be covered. Window functions.
Santhosh, can you just show us the content in depth, like what are you?
Content will be shared to you, and I do have, but I'll be sharing this. This is a content where we will be focusing on everything is there. It's a big document, 21-page document. So this is where we will be giving what we will be covering in SQL and what we'll be covering Power BI. Everything we do have. So please go through it, and if you have any questions, you can come back to us. But this is the course content. I'll be sharing you this. Please go through it, and you can ask our questions, whatever you have.
And what about projects, like any particular domain you are going to give, or anything like which we want, like you will guide us through it, like each one, like separate projects, or like how you
See,
are going to do that?
there will be a certain, there will be certain classes that we take as a domain sessions. So in domain, we'll be covering all of the domain, like how you need to analyze. Let's say you get into an hospital data, or you get into e-commerce data, what you need to do, how you need to approach, we will be explaining you. But one project we'll be choosing depending on the trend. Maybe after 2-3 months, right, we will be seeing what type of projects. See, it's just a 3 months, right? So I'm still exploring in how many companies, how they are using Fabric. It's just a 3-month-old, so we don't know how this has been useful. By coming towards the project, we'll see the trend, market trend, which where they are using more. That type of project we'll be picking it, and then we will be teaching you. Maybe every month we can still get a new projects. Whatever new updates that we are getting, we'll be building project on it. We are not sticking to one project. Post this course completion as well, still Power BI can be updated, Fabric can be updated. Depending on that, you will also be posted on that.
Santhosh, I have a question here. Since I am from the BCom background, so I believe that most of the chances will be given for the technical work done BE or something. How does it help me out?
See,
On
not
this?
exactly. If you talk about a data-driven technology, there is nothing like you have to come from a engineering background. You have to come from a BSc. I do have a couple of people in my team who are BCom background. So if you know if you have a degree, you should be fine. Maybe one thing may hit you is salary-wise. You may not be paid extremely high for as like a data engineer, but job opportunities will be provided. because data is everywhere. They need skilled people. Skills does, I mean, your degree doesn't matter, your skills matter.
Okay, good. And what is the difference between Power Platform and Fabric?
If you ask me, like, right, say you are building only reporting here, right? With a Power Platform, you can build a mobile application, you can build a website, you can build a visualization. So there are a lot of other tools as well, but we are focusing mainly on Power BI here. In Power Platform, we will not focus on Power BI, we'll be focusing on other technologies, like other tools. You will be building a website, you will be building a chatbot, you will be building a mobile app. That is Microsoft Power Platform. But one thing which you need to try to understand is wherever here and there small syntax is required, you need to focus on that.
What like SQL?
Yeah, SQL comes with bit of coding, but don't worry, everything I'll teach you from scratch.
Is it mandatory to learn Python for this data analytics code, Python or R? Because outside, I mean, in other institutes for data analytics course, they are providing Python or R language along with these SQL and Power BI tools.
See, Python is not mandatory because in current market, what is happening is for this role, for this fabric, you need not know it. But if you want to enhance your skills in data engineering and data science, Python is mandatory. Whatever we do in Python, your Power BI also can do it in charts. If you know it, well and good. If you don't know, you can still use Fabric. But where it is required is for all this pipeline creations or data science, that is where your Python becomes a main tool. That is where you need to learn. But we will give you a fair idea. Don't worry about Python as well. We will be giving you fair idea. Basics will be taught, and we will be exploring whatever is required to survive in real-time technologies. We will be helping you.
So just Power BI and SQL will be sufficient to become a data analyst. Is there any other course to learn?
If you are learning only SQL and Power BI, it becomes like an old technology. If you're learning Power BI with Fabric, with the latest advantage, should be more than enough. If you learn this, should be more than enough. SQL, Power BI, ADF, Fabric, it's more than enough in order to survive in the company.
Okay.
Santhosh, first batch conducted by Ritesh and this batch, both syllables is same, na?
Same syllabus, 2 different trainers.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Santhosh, one question I want to ask. So you, as you have mentioned that Microsoft Power Platform is also in demand. Like, what do you prefer, like Microsoft Power Platform or the current Fabric, which is like in more demand for the future? You know, probably if we take a next top opportunity and for the next switch, will this be useful or do we have to go with some other tools?
See,
what do you feel?
if I want to take a decision between any subject, the first thing I'll always look is what is going to be the future for the next 10 years. Okay. Anything which works with data is always going to be demand. If you ask me, data analytics is always going to be on top. Data engineering is always going to be on top. Data science is always going to be on top. Microsoft Power Platform is a quite different here. Well, it's not comes under the data-driven technologies. It's a quite different. People who want to get into IT with no coding, still they want to survive, can go with Microsoft Power Platform. But if you are focused on maybe I want to, even if I'm learning coding in future, even if I'm learning updates, even if I want to master in the next 10 years, I no need to feel for my job. These 3 technologies you can choose: data science, data analytics, data engineering. Whatever you choose, data will be involved. So I'm not saying Power Platform is not good. Power Platform is also good, but salary wise, this is always better than Power Platform.
Okay, understood. Yeah, thank you for that.
Santhosh, you said on Saturday and Sundays there will be doubt session, and what if we get doubts in middle, like practicing SQL or in Power BI?
Anything, any question, any doubt, even if you have midnight, 3 o'clock, if you have questions also, you can post me, I'll respond.
Okay, you will be providing email or in chat.
WhatsApp group will be there, community group will be there, email ID will be there, anything, Teams will be open. Anytime, any message, you can always ping me, or a lot of mentors in KSR. If not me, definitely during my off time, people will be there. So it definitely will get help. Even in the last day of the course, if you ask first day question, people will help.
Like will they share our screen? I will be sharing my screen, then they will help like that.
Yes, if you need that also is required. I mean, that also will help you.
Okay, Thank you.
I'll just take 10 more. I mean, I'll just keep a pause for oral questions. I'll go through the chat questions first. So, and after that, I'll come back. Complete class will be taken. Yes, I'll be taking. I'm a mechanical engineer and experience of mechanical STEM. Will it be valid for my switch? Definitely, as I said, any domain, you come from any of the course, like whether we have done a mechanical engineering or a civil engineering, nowhere that is impacting here. Whatever we are teaching, everything we will teach from scratch. So don't mind, I mean, don't worry here, because everything will be like with less coding. Like SQL, it comes with less coding, and whatever is required, everything is like a process oriented. So definitely you should be able to switch it without any trouble. You should be able to master it. All is required is data analytics. And even if you're looking for any mechanical projects, we will be still be able to help you. Okay. And going on to the next question, mechanical. Okay. Do you teach how to refresh Power BI and ADF? Yes, definitely this will be done. Power BI with Fabric first batch by Ritesh and this batch syllabus both are same. Yes, both are same. Data science, how many months? We are not covering data science as part of this. Data science and data engineering will be given a basic idea, but we are not going to focus completely on this. What about Azure Databricks, Data Lakes, Logic Apps? Yes, it will be part of this course. Whatever is required will be helping you. Course fees 27,000. I already have Power BI course. I just need to learn Fabric. Do you have a separate course? Sorry, this is not possible. You have to take complete package. Can you help me with the price and duration? The price is going to be 27,000. Course will be 4.5 months. It's going to start from this Thursday. Do you have Databricks in this course? Basic idea will be given. Do you have PySpark? Yes, basic idea will be given. Power BI Fabric, both are same syllabus wise. Real-time analytics, yes, as I said, basic idea will be given. And few more questions. I know Python, MySQL, Excel, Power BI, Tableau, data science. Do I need this course? So since you already know Power BI, Tableau, data science, I think you are well aware of the market. So definitely this could be a repetition for you. Except Fabric, everything you know. Since already you know, I think better you can look for job opportunities directly before even going for this course. And can I attend the class morning batch? The recording will be before, or I have to wait for 1.5 months. See, you cannot attend morning batch, means the recordings will be helpful. See, even now, right, people are asking question, I'm still recording is on. So you can still attend the class. All the questions which they're going to ask, that also will be recorded. So, or else if you want a live class, you have to wait for 1.5 months. It's going to be killing your time. But if you want to go with recordings, obviously this should be this should be the right course for you. Any job guarantee and starting package? See, as I've told you, Power BI is something which is already booming in the market. Knowing the advanced services, knowing the latest updates should definitely benefit you. Will you be covering Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View? Yes, we will be covering everything. And any job guarantee, when I say job guarantee, whatever help we can, we will be doing from our respective. We do have a lot of tie-ups, so we will help you, and we will be helping you in resume preparation. We will hear your background, and based on that, we'll be preparing your resumes. We'll be taking mock interviews. We'll make sure that you're ready for interview. That is our responsibility. But end of the day, you need to sit in front of the panel. Can non-technical background work? Yes, you can work, because everything we are going to teach from scratch. Is there any offline batch? Currently for this course, we don't have. PC confirmation required. What is that? Are you asking configuration? I can't understand what is PC confirmation. Okay, PC configuration. So PC configuration, a basic system of i5 configuration should be more than enough. Difference between Tableau and Power BI, both are BI tools. But obviously, depending on the features, pricing, license, capacity, we classify as two tools. And the other question which I saw is difference between data analytics and data engineering. Data engineering mainly works with the data pipelines where they gather the data and do the data transformation, data cleaning. I was talking about the use case, right? how can you do a marketing well? Those ideas your data engineers will not give, data analytics will give. So data analytics people will be doing everything from scratch in terms of charts, and they'll be doing reporting, and then they will help you in ideas. That's the difference. Any discount, please reach out to our team. Credentials will be given for each and every person. 27,000 is a course. Data Mart will still be taught. Now, again, I'll give a pause. Please ask your questions orally. I can help you on answering. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Santhosh. Just one question. I just wanted to understand, like, we have the hierarchy as data scientist and then data engineer and then data analytics, right? So,
Data engineering is
uh,
first, data analytics is
okay.
second, data science is third. This is the order.
Okay. So, I mean, I assume you do have your Azure ADF course also, right? The
That is data
separate,
engineering.
yeah, data engineering course. So, can you just, I mean, suggest me, I mean, which course would be helpful for me?
See, just the order,
Yeah.
the order, the complexity is also in the same order. This is most complex subject. This is moderate subject. This is easy subject. But if you talk about me, all three are in demand. If you're looking for a very, 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 very high package, go for data engineering. And it's very tough to learn as well. You have to learn Python, you have to learn coding, you have to learn PySpark, you have to learn big data, and you have to learn around 12 to 13 service in Azure. So it's a bit complex, but as and then I say complex, this gives you a very high package. Data analytics, anyone can learn. Even if you bring a 10 standard student, he will also can learn. It's a very moderate subject. Most of the use cases that we do, everything can be learned. So this is the I would say moderate package, moderate complexity. This is also easier, but if you master this too, this should be even easier for you.
So, coming back to that question again, so I have around 10 plus years of experience into the manual QA and not technical. I come from a BCom background. So, I am assuming that, I mean, the way you have mentioned here, so data analytics would be, will it fetch, I mean, the same kind of salary or more than what I was currently getting with data analytics?
I'll give an example. 5 years experience. Okay. Data engineering can go up to 25 lakhs.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just giving an exam experience for 5 years.
Yeah.
Data analytics, if you're applying into a very good company, you can almost get 22.
Okay,
Data science, you can almost get 22 on an average.
Got it, Santhosh.
If you're 10 years experience, double it. Double means you just see, this is basically 3.5 times your experience. So similarly, if you're 10 years experience, you multiply by 3.5 times. You should be
So it doesn't matter. My 10 years was into testing and
nothing.
Things.
Are you going to show 10 years experience? Definitely no. After this course, you're going to break down your experience. You're going to split it. In 10 years, last 3 years, you have worked as a data analytics. That should be helpful.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Santhosh. Now I have clarity.
Yeah.
If you're showing that experience, Santhosh, wouldn't that be the BCC check actually?
What is that?
I mean, suppose we are showing the experience like 3 years in the Power BI and all. On the background check, they wouldn't be checking the.
No one is going to come. See, once you come out of the company, you yourself will not be allowed into that company again. Why will they allow the people go into a background check? Definitely, all this will not happen. Your background check may happen based on your pay slips, whether he was really part of this company, was he getting PF? That type of background checks will happen. What I did in my project, why will other team members will go and check? It's actually no policy that you have to go and check it. Then what is it? You're exposing you about your project, right? So all this, it's just basically like not at all will happen. So don't worry about background checks on this. Whether he has really worked, coming and checking with your team members, all this will not happen. Next.
And Santhosh, I have knowledge on SQL and ADF, and presently I'm working as a data engineer. Can I learn Power BI for added advantage, like full stack?
We are teaching Power BI only, right?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, you can learn. See, any technology you keep on learning, obviously companies are also expecting multi-skilled. So it's always predictable that your career will also be stabilized if you know more technologies. Since you already know SQL ADF, learning Power BI will be an added advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Santhosh, this is Sai here again. Sorry to bother. So just one lame question. Like for this analytics course, we have to cover all these things, right? SQL, Power BI, and everything. Is it the same case for Google Analytics also? Just
Google Analytics.
Yeah.
I mean, I did not get your question. You're asking, I can do this in Google Analytics as well.
No. I'm asking for this course, it requires to learn Power BI, SQL, and the other things, right? Is it also the same case that you have to have the knowledge of SQL and other things for Google Analytics also?
Wherever you work, SQL will be mandatory. It's like your communication. If you want to survive in IT, people say that you know English, you need to know English. But if you ask me, I would say you need to know SQL.
Yeah, for manual QA also, I mean, SQL is required.
Anything
Power
you need
BI,
SQL.
Yeah, Power BI is also needed for Google Analytics.
No, not required. Google has their own tool.
Oh, okay. Some other tool.
Yeah. This is mainly a Microsoft tool, right?
Yes. Okay. Got it, Santhosh. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Santhosh, again, this Anil, like what I said, like I know SQL and ADF. In my project, they are using SQL, ADF, and for every 2 hours, the pipeline will be run and the Power BI will be refreshed. So can I learn in this course, like ADF, how to?
Yes. We will be learning all this. Whatever we are required to run a project, everything we will be learning this.
Like the data changes and the pipeline runs, and next the Power BI dashboard will be refreshed. Can I learn this?
Yes, you will be learning that.
Okay, thank you.
A few more things I just wanted to tell you. Every month, we'll also keep you posted on what is happening in the market. And this is a August newsletter that we have from our KSR. And we are also recognized by Startup. And in the August month, we are going to start all this batch. If you want to learn separately, data science with business analytics, we do have a separate batch. That's why I'm saying, right, if you talk about this 3 course, the top three courses, if you ask me, it's always going to be in this order only. So we'll start with data engineering, and we'll start with data analytics, and then we'll go with data science. So if you see, we have data engineering, and we do have data analytics, and 3 we do have data science. So this course focus mainly on data analytics, but you have other course as well. So in the other course, we can focus on data engineering, and you can also focus on data science. So our upcoming course, you can enroll here. And as we said, we also have a YouTube channel that we are like coming up with new videos. And this month we touched 50K subscribers. And this month there were around total of 21 students who got placed. But those who were like shared the details, we were able to get the company where they are placed. So this is a newsletter that we will be publishing every month with the latest update, what is happening, everything we will be publishing here. So that's one newsletter we say. And if you want to attend any course, you can always go and log into our DataVision website, and you should be able to get this new courses, upcoming courses. You should be able to get all this information. We have our own website, we have our own app. If you want to listen to the classes, there's only one way, is you can listen only in our OTT platform. It's like basically our app. So in our app, you can go for course. So if you want to learn data engineering in depth, you can buy this. If you want to go with data analytics in depth, this course. If you want to learn data science, there is a different course. But in this course, we will give you a fair idea about all 3. After that, if you're interested, you can choose data engineering or data analytics. But this course mainly focuses on analytics only. Is it clear?
Yes.
Santhosh, just one more question. Like for Power BI practice, like are you going to give a license for 2 months, or like how it is? Like since like Power BI asked the login in the desktop version, right? So
see, the account will be given, and in that account, the license version will be for 2 months, and the next 10 months, you can use it as a normal user.
okay, so we will be having features to practice around for Power BI.
Yes, definitely. All the classes you'll be able to get the data. We'll be helping you in solving some use cases. Everything will be like a interaction class where any challenges which we are facing, we will be discussing here.
No, I mean to ask like in that free version, can we practice all the scenarios like whichever we are discussing?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Certain things will be restricted, but that is possible only during your premium 60 days, right? That time you can use it. The rest of the things, normal features, you can use it for next 10 months also.
So this premier license version will be getting at the end, right? So that we can have answer.
Right. For first only we will give, but we'll ask you to activate only towards the end.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Any other questions?
And one more, sorry, Santhosh. Like now in the Fabric, we have a data warehouse like where Microsoft has brought up there. So is there any way like we can use other data warehouse also instead of using data warehouse from Microsoft, or we can use Snowflake or anything like that? Using Fabric, we can do that.
Currently, that was not happening, right? Microsoft is using, Power BI users are using outside your Power BI. That's why it's expensive. That's why I was talking about challenges, right? Now, what is happening? Since you are using from other systems, a lot of competitions, a lot of data loss, a lot of things are happening, expensive also. In order to overcome that only, we are like trying to bring everything into one umbrella, which is going to be Fabric.
Because like at this moment, I in my organization work on Snowflake and IICS. So like I just want to like go for analytics part now. I want to learn on that. So I can cover that in my experience also, right? These both things like I can show.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you learn data analytics, you can show that your experience at data analytics, but the data is coming from maybe in your company, it's Snowflake, some other company, it could be Oracle. But now what is going to having Fabric is rather than maintaining different tools, we are going to bring everything into one umbrella. That is going to be Fabric. Today, your company may be using, Snowflake. Tomorrow, they will for sure will come back to Fabric only because that's an update, right?
Yeah, got it. Sure. So you will be helping us for the resume preparation for this kind of thing, right?
Yes, everything we will help you.
Yep. Thank you.
How about the current openings? See, current openings, I can say that Fabric is just 3 months old. People have already started using. There are a lot of companies from Japan, Germany, and UK. The people have already started using Fabric. So it is expected to have more number of projects, and obviously which will increase the like openings. Now, if you ask me, yes, definitely you will be the like new people who are like learning this tool because it's come newly. So you will be given more priority. People who know this, the faster you know, the better opportunities you will have. Business analyst, data analyst, almost same, but in business analyst, you will be thinking more into a business oriented, and also you'll be knowing more domain knowledge. Whereas data analyst, you'll be dealing with more with data. After this course, if you are ready to give interviews, what position we can apply? You can apply as Power BI developer, you can apply as a data analyst, or you can apply as business analyst as well. Depending on the job description, you can apply. But the main role is Power BI developer with Fabric, that is the latest technologies, or you can also apply for data analytics. Both roles you should be able to apply. Okay, with that, if you have any questions, our support number is open for you, so please reach out to this number. Today it's an holiday, but tomorrow morning please ask your questions. You should be able to get the answer. The new batch starts on 14th, and the good thing about KSR is they always give 5 classes free. You attend this 5 free classes, then you can make a decision. Okay, until then you can attend it. Please make a decision after 5 classes. Okay, are we good?